Saxon community, would you please stand for our national anthem as sung by our symphonic choir?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the
Before we get started, I would love for us all to just take a moment to take this all in. We normally have about 5,000 Saxon community members here to celebrate our seniors at graduation. So looking around us, our maximum of 250 might seem a little minimal. However, I'm looking at this as a pretty powerful, uplifting experience for me as the principal, as a South Salem graduate, and as someone who has been pushing for this event to happen for the last 4 months. I invite all of you to pause for a moment and just look around you and feel how inspiring it is that in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, we can all be here together on Bennett Field to see our 430 seniors graduate. Thank you all for being here today. So good afternoon. South Salem High School welcomes our special guests today, Salem Kaiser School Board member Sharon Blasey and Superintendent Christy Perry. Graduates, families, friends, and guests, the staff and community of South Salem High School welcome you to the commencement ceremonies of the 66th graduating class of our proud institution. And before we get started with the formalities, I would like to recognize all of our people who helped to make this day happen, including our assistant principals, Tara Romine, Sarah Buchholz, Michelle Howard, and most especially Brian Armstrong. And thank you, Mr. Armstrong, for dedicating so much of your vacation time to make this day a reality. Thank you to our office staff for helping to put this ceremony together. And thank you to all of you for never giving up on this event happening right here on our own football field, despite all the construction going on in every direction all around us. I want to start the historic 66th year of this event by talking about roses. In 1954, when South first opened, Pappy Aschenbrenner, South's first principal, congratulated Saxons for a job well done by giving symbolic roses. The tradition of giving roses has continued throughout the leadership of all principals since Pappy. So today, I again honor this long-standing tradition of offering a symbolic rose to recognize members of our school community for their accomplishments and commitment to excellence. First and foremost, roses to the class of 2020 for earning the right to be here today. Roses to our graduating class of International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates. The white stoles they wear are in recognition of their commitment to rigorous academics and the IB Diploma program. Would the following students please stand, and let's hold our applause until all the names have been read. Jenna Berry, Julie Chen, Autozone Cuello Ocampo, Marina Foster, Megan Fry, Roberto Garces Mendez, Josephine Hamlin, Maya Harrison, Hala Herb, Isabel Canor, Jack Loney, Eric Martz, Mason Obery, Aubriana Olson, Tulsi Patel, Emmett Pennington Guthrie, Angelique Prater, Luke Suh, Taylor Tadlock, and Edgar Villa Calderon. Congratulations to each of you. Roses to our scholars of 2020. We have 17 valedictorians who earned perfect 4.0 grade point averages. Let me introduce them, and as I call your name, please stand. Rebecca Bingham, Julie Chen, Anna Corner, Madison Gross-Nicholas, Josephine Hamlin, David Harlan, Allison Hmura, Emma Hurley, Riley Kirkpatrick, Isabel Canor, Adrian LaJoy, Eric Martz, Isabella Molyneux, Mason Obery, Lydia Presswich, Bethany Smith, and Quincy Winder. And 5 members of this class are salutatorians, earning a 3.98 grade point average. Anna Berger, William Cordero, Marina Foster, Parker Johnson, and Tulsi Patel. Let's give them a round of applause, even though they're in different sessions today. You might think the roses should stop there, especially since the year was cut so short, but the accomplishments of this senior class were quite extensive prior to the school closure on Friday the 13th of March. Listen closely to hear the unique contributions and collective excellence of these 430 young adults. Roses to our seniors who are the first in their families to graduate from high school. Roses to all of our students who were not on track to graduate, but who engaged and persisted during distance learning over the last 5 months in order to recover their credits and be a member of the class of 2020. Roses to our seniors who displayed their artwork in the IB Art Show, the Young Artist Showcase, and in the Superintendent's Office. Roses to our 62 Biliteracy Seal candidates, a confirmation of their linguistic achievements and international mindedness. Roses to all of our students involved in our theater department for their work on 1 musical, 2 dramas, 1 student-written production dedicated to our Rose Auditorium, and our first ever virtual theater creations. Roses to our girls basketball team for going undefeated in conference play, qualifying for the state tournament by winning both playoff games and winning their quarterfinal game at the state tournament before it got shut down. Roses to all of you for being state semifinalists. Roses to our boys basketball team for also going undefeated in conference play, qualifying for the state tournament by winning both playoff games, going into the tournament as the number 2 seed, only to have the tournament shut down before they even made it to the Child Center. Roses to all of you for being quarterfinalists. To this day, a huge student-made poster remains in our center hall despite the chaotic construction all around it, declaring our basketball teams as our state champions. Its survival signifies to me the resiliency of our teams, the class of 2020, and our Saxon community. We come together to support each other through celebrations and crises. That's what makes us our Saxon family. Roses to our students who founded and launched the student-run nonprofit Live to Tell to empower students to have a voice regarding suicide awareness, to ensure students had a seat at the table to determine suicide prevention policy, and to make sure our struggling youth did not feel alone. You betcha. Roses to our 18 senior link leaders for tutoring and guiding 600 freshmen all year. Roses to our seniors in broadcast journalism who earned Best in Show for news writing, first place in the state for podcasting, second in the state for Best Website, second in the state for Best News Program, and fourth in the state for Best Newspaper. Roses to our seniors who, as juniors, discovered a solution to the toxic algae bloom that plagued our water system over a year ago, earning statewide recognition and $20,000 for our school. Roses to our seniors on the boys swim team who contributed to their Mountain Valley Conference championship. Roses to our DECA graduating class for having 8 state event winners and qualifying 12 seniors to nationals. 2 seniors, as juniors, were international finalists last year. Roses to our seniors who volunteered at the Marion Polk Food Share every week, collectively repackaging over 100,000 pounds of food for community distribution in a time of great need. Roses to all of our seniors in music and theater who packed up 66 years worth of costumes and instruments, props, robes, and equipment in order to prepare for the demolition of your learning spaces. Roses to our senior athletes and partners who contributed to our designation as a national unified champion school, inspiring us all with the simple principle of learning together, training together, and playing together is a quick path to friendship and understanding. Roses to all of our seniors who participated in all of the programs at CTEC, earning certifications, licenses, and job offers. Roses to all of our seniors who will be the first in their families to attend college. Roses to our avid senior class, made up of 50 students who collectively earned more than $2.8 million in scholarships. Roses to the senior members of our National Honor Society, our Key Club, our leadership class, our culinary classes, our AVID classes, and everyone else who volunteered countless hours for the betterment of our community by providing your energy to such causes as the American Red Cross, the Halloween Trick-or-Treat Party, the Saxon Pop-Up Grocery Store, and the 1,000 Souls Project. Roses to all of our seniors who missed out on their final athletic seasons, their final state music competitions, their international DECA competition, and all of the other culminating events that happen in the spring of senior year. And finally, roses to all of you for being the last senior class to perform in the Rose Auditorium, the last senior class to perfect your craft in our music rooms, and the last senior class to enjoy that clanking and unreliability of our 1920s heating system. In my 6th year as principal of South Salem High School, you can see why I cannot be more proud of everything that the class of 2020 has accomplished. It's been my honor to be your principal, to have a front row seat, and to view your development into the young adults that you are. I've looked to this graduation for a while as a milestone, and possibly because the class of 2020 has always had such a nice ring to it. As a mathematics major, I know 2020 is not all that special of a number. It's not prime, it's not a Fibonacci number, but it sounds better than 2019 or 2021. So maybe it's not the numerical properties that make 2020 sound so solid. Maybe it's the repetitive nature. It's just catchy, it's fun to say. Or maybe 2020 has a nice ring to it because it's a number that's familiar to us as a term representing our perfect vision. Maybe we've said the term 2020 so many times in reference to our ability to see things clearly or not. But no matter what our visual acuity is, no matter how sharp our focus, no matter how near or far-sighted we were, I'm not certain that any of us could have had the foresight to see the year 2020 coming to us from a distance. When this class started their senior year in September, I don't think any of us envisioned this ending to their senior year. In a few minutes, I will be asking you to move your tassels and join the Saxon graduates who have gone before you. Before doing so, on behalf of our Saxon community, I want to thank all of you for representing South High with class. While some may remember you as that class, I will not remember you for all the reasons we might remember the year 2020, but instead for your significant contributions to the positive and inclusive environment at South High. I personally thank you for those accomplishments, such as finding viable solutions to major ecological, mental, and social challenges. Facing numerous challenges himself over 120 years ago, in his last major speech, Frederick Douglass mentioned, "Strange things have happened of late and are still happening." When looking back at the first 7 months of 2020, I think Frederick Douglass's statement from 1894 could certainly apply to today. He went on to pose a question: what's next? It's easy to ask that question with a touch of sarcasm in our voices. Most likely, many of us have asked ourselves what else could possibly happen this year. I prefer to ask that same question, what's next? In an optimistic, eager, hopeful way when I think of the Saxon class of 2020. With your toxic algae bloom work, you've already discovered a solution to protect our physical health. You've crafted a nonprofit to recognize the importance of our mental health. And with your unified champion work, you've figured out how to unite our community. Frankly, you've already succeeded in 3 areas in which our world could greatly benefit from your help. I'm eager to watch as you take your South Salem High School experiences and with your 2020 vision and your laser-like focus, determine what's next by impacting our city, our state, and our nation with the same success that you have experienced in your 4 years here at South High. Thank you, class of 2020, for making us all proud to claim you as Saxons. It is now my honor to introduce to you our 2 commencement speakers from the class of 2020, Allison Hmura and Angelo Arredondo Baca.
Round 5. Before this moment, I watched a gazillion videos on how to get over stage fright, but I haven't found a great cure yet. I thought maybe about using the naked audience one, but then I thought about my dad being in the crowd, and that cured me of that quickly. I've always been a part of the wall for soccer free kicks, thus the concussions and the cute concussion band I get to wear now. But now I'm standing alone as the wall, and you all are the free take kickers. So please be gentle, this podium won't stop much. Congrats, class of 2020. I'm Allison Hmura, your ASB president. I was in charge for only one semester, and then boom, a global pandemic. But I'll take ownership of that one. I should have known something was going to happen. I was born less than 24 hours after 9/11. What a way to make an entrance into the world. We came to South Salem High School stuck in a maze like the movie Maze Runner. I know you guys know that one. Freshman year, I came from a class of 8 in 8th grade, and we didn't have a bell. When I got to South, I thought the bell was to see how fast you could run from one class to the next before it rang. Yes, I was that kid that ran through the halls. And if you thought passing time was short, imagine not having a parking space. While we were busy running our maze, there were so many other events happening in the world. Here are just a few. We had the US presidential election, there was the Zika virus, the Orlando nightclub shooting, the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio, the #MeToo movement, there were mass shootings in Las Vegas and Texas, the total solar eclipse, March for Our Lives led by many Saxon students, the royal wedding, there were wildfires in California, Winter Olympics, the 2018 election, which resulted in more females in Congress than ever before. Finally, freshman year ended, and we were able to make it to the next level of Jumanji. Sophomore year. We were no longer the rookies, and we were getting a hang of things and getting to meet new friends. This was the year most of us got our licenses, and for sure some of us shouldn't have, maybe including me. But we were flying sky high, yet another corny movie reference. Next, we were on the Titanic, junior year. Too much homework to comprehend, testing around every corner, and then chemistry, no words. Being just short of superior and not being able to reach the lifeboats. It was an endless stream of questions of what are you doing, what are your plans for next year, where are you headed? And personally, I just wanted to scream, please stop asking. Because when I would say travel around in a VW bus and paint murals, the face of disappointment greeted me each time. As our Titanic was sinking, many more events were happening in the world. Here are just a few. There was the U.S. woman won the World Cup yet again, fires ravaged in Notre Dame, wildfires in Australia, and then to top it off, COVID-19 ending our senior year early, and the worldwide protests against racism and police brutality. Our senior year, Jumanji, the next level. We were able to make it to the top of the mountain, and we were looking down. Little did we know, we were about to fall off a cliff. South has been my home for the past 4 years, with the long hours of planning and setting up activities with Miss August and making posters. For forcing my friends to stay and help, saying it'll be extra credit or offering them coffee the next day. And then our senior year abruptly got cut short. We had our last day without knowing it. We had the best 3 months of our senior year disappear from under our noses. We had our memories cut short. Let's take a moment to think about the sports teams that didn't get to finish. Right before all this happened, our 2 basketball teams were in the state tournament. Personally, I look forward to seeing the ladies and gents play every year, and it's one of the highlights of my year. If we have any Saxon senior basketball players, may you please stand. If not, that is okay. Can we still give them a round of applause for their hard work? Next, we have the athletes that didn't get a chance to play their senior season. When I say your sport, please stand. Softball, baseball, track, lacrosse, tennis, and golf. Can we please give them a huge round of applause for their past years of work? Thank you, you may be seated. The list of things or events missed is longer than sports, including DECA, choir, band, orchestra, speech and debate, and many more. Can you please stand if you missed a special event or events this year? Can we give them a huge round of applause for their hard work? Thank you. You may be seated. In words of Tony Stark, no amount of money ever bought us a second of time. I'm not sure about you guys, but I would go broke to get the last 3 months back. Now all we have are the memories we made, the people we met, and the times we shared together. Today, memories are more important than ever, so let's please hold on to them. Now that we are off to different places to meet new people, to make new friends, to make an impact in the world, let's remember to be accepting of others, to be kind to everyone, and to be open to people's opinions. And please, please, please vote. Now, in words of Captain America, I can do this all day, and I will be here all day. Thank you very much.
All right, good afternoon. Can everybody hear me? All right, gotta make sure. Okay. All right. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different stories, but believe it or not, we're all very similar. I'll explain why, but first, cliches are always used, whether it be in fiction or real life. They are usually used as a generic way to spread a message, like actions speak louder than words. One popular cliche is live life to the fullest. You never know what tomorrow will bring. Life can bring life-altering moments. That's life for you. Life-altering moments can have different appearances. My life-altering moment came on December 14th. My dad had been in the hospital for 3 months battling lymphoma, a type of cancer. That Saturday, I could not be with him and my family. That night, I FaceTimed a fragile-looking man that was my father. He didn't have much energy, but he told me that he loved me, and I responded with the same. That would be the last time I'd speak with my dad, as the next day he would pass away. For many of you, your life-altering moment came that Friday, March 13th. We've all heard rumors that the COVID pandemic was close to home and that the state might shut down for a couple of weeks. If I'm being honest, almost everybody was happy because that meant an extended spring break for us. It was like being stuck in a movie, frame by frame. The situation kept changing day by day. Those 2 weeks turned to a month, and before we knew it, school ended. It was life-altering in that case because many always dream of the end-of-the-year activities, such as prom, as well as being life-altering because of economic reasons, among many others. Remember when I said we were all alike? Well, we are all alike because we all have perseverance. We all persevered one way or another, and that's why we are here on this stage with everybody that we love. That's what makes us similar. That's why we are a Saxon family. No matter what life throws at us, we, the class of 2020, have shown that we will do great things. I think we can all agree that having a great support system was a major part of our perseverance. Whether it is mom, dad, grandparents, friends, without them, we couldn't have done it. We would not be able to accomplish what we've been able to do, and I personally wouldn't have been able to overcome a life's tragedy without so many great people. I'd like to thank so many people, the strangers that donated so that my family could get back on our feet, my peers who worked together to support me, as well as the staff who not only supported me academically, but who also always checked in on me. Administrators such as Mrs. Tiffin, who still checks on us to see how we're doing. I will always be grateful for all of you. To my siblings Emily and Montse, and especially my mom, who is the definition of a hero. Dealing with all this while still supporting her children, she has never given up, and that's why she is my hero. I leave you with 2 final things. First, a quote by the great Fred Rogers. We all have different gifts, so we all have different ways of saying to the world who we are. Remember that success will come in different ways for many of you. However, I guarantee you that all of you will make a difference in your community and in our world. This class is truly special. Finally, I leave you with one last thank you. A thank you to everybody we have lost through this journey. They might be gone, but they will always be in our hearts. May success follow you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Allison and Angelo, for representing your class. School Board Member Sharon Blasey and Superintendent Christy Perry, I present to you for receipt of their graduation diplomas, the class of 2020. Our seniors' names will be read by 6 faculty members who were selected by the senior class: Kathy August, Shane Britton, Matt Doyle, Tyson Gilmore, Aaron Howard, and Ryan Marshall. So now, it's the time you've been waiting for. I present to you for receipt of their graduation diplomas, the class of 2020.
Christopher Samuel Traybaum. Rosa Lopez de Jesus. Giselle Rios. Luke Patrick Bartruff. Miranda Angel Genesis. Josehandi Ocampo. Hayden Smith. Malia Reese.
Tesla, Ryan Zacharias. Sunny, Elaine Litster. Jasmine, Yoriko Zavala. Ellen Zong. Rachel Victoria Lynn Foster. Shelby Catherine Cox. Jasmine Lazola. Emma Lorena Nichols.
Christian Anthony Raymond. Nicholas Alexander Hindler. Ambrose Heredia Walker. Cade Metzger. Ubense Herrera. John Tatro. Raina Robinson. Spencer Douglas.
Joel Matthew Fisick. Jaden Riley Haskell. Noe Ramirez Perez. Edgar Villa Calderon. Jaden Ellis Brown. Adrian Kelly E. Sanchez Leslie. Zachary Scott Aldrich. Silas Ryan Cargill. Caden Aracha Heath.
Nathan James Tepper. Edwin Guadalupe Torres. Javen Ignatius. Joel Miguel Salgado. Benjamin Scott Crawl. James Michael Hart. Quentin M. Conder. Devin Lee Alexander Cox.
Seniors, will you please stand? As the principal of South Salem High School, I am proud to announce that the seniors before you have met the requirements of the Salem-Keizer School District and the state of Oregon to receive a high school diploma. Seniors, you may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Saxon community, I am proud to present to you South Salem High School's 66th graduated class, the class of 2020. Congratulations.
Don't argue about suicide, hot dog, my razor broke, water dripping up the spout, but I don't care, let it all hang out.
Support for Capital Community Media's Salem-Keizer Schools high school graduations is provided by Les Schwab Tire Centers, where doing the right thing matters. Experience the Les Schwab difference at your neighborhood Les Schwab Tire Center, or visit us on the web at leschwab.com. And by Salem Health Hospitals and Clinics. Also sponsored by Salem Auto Body and Paint Works, experts at getting you back on the road and repairing RVs, boats, semis, and power equipment. Phone 503-378-7595 or online at salemautobody.net. Thank you.